Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, wanted to do a midweek update with absolutely no updates. We are ready for our vintage race. Cars are all prepped. Every single one got a good gone through and got their upgrades, and everyone got new tires and new rims. So, every car is on an equal playing field. It just comes flat out to which car can perform. Unfortunately, Larry's not going to make it on Saturday, so I might be wheeling the old Losey here again. See what we got there. Mel's going to take our Cougar. And I think Scott and Sam are going to take the Associateds. We'll see. We'll give them their choice. And I'll end up with one of them in the end racing around. So that is coming soon. So look for videos on Saturday. We'll get them together and post the vintage race and all that good stuff and more. But I posed a question this weekend about kind of what our next project should be and what we should be doing. And thank you for everybody for the emails and the responses. And it came down to really people want to see an Astute. And I don't know if it's because the Tamiya guys on channels like don't race the things or they're not raced against other competitive cars. And I'm not a big Facebook fan. In fact, I don't even have Facebook. But RC Vintage does have a Facebook, and it's spelled VENTAGE because I have a Colombian wife who could not spell vintage. And after spending an hour getting the Facebook set up, she didn't want to correct it, so she wants to wait 60 days until you can change the name. The life of a gringo. That's how it works. So, what we're going to do is I was looking through there, and Fan RC is making front and rear arms for the Astute. So I don't know if that's a sign or not, but maybe it's a sign. And I'm obviously a big fan of Fan RC. They make some great products at an affordable price. It's allowed us to do a lot of our custom builds. So maybe they'll have more Astute parts coming out. I guess the biggest question is who's going to carry them? Hot Rod Hobbies, Go Fast. We'll see. I did check Go Fast tonight, and they didn't have them on there yet. But I think they were just released today, so it might take a couple weeks for those to come in. But the other option. There's only two options here, guys. So I don't want to hear like get an Avante and race it in 4-wheel. No. So the first one is get a Super Astute, clap that thing out, and let's see how it runs. The second option, we've done a lot of 2-wheel drive stuff. We have some 4-wheel drive stuff. Been working on our Yokomos, and I'm not really interested in much else. Like I said, the double X4 I even let go because I was just like, And if people have been following this channel and know my history, I've had both an RC10T and a Losi double XT. So I'm wondering, instead of pursuing the Super Astute build, do we go for a stadium truck shootout? RC10T versus double XT. I know Schumacher's going to release the Storm. So there's 3 stadium trucks all around the same era. And see what those things can do. The least I'm going to do is I am going to bring an RC10T to the channel because I did have one when I was younger. It was kind of my first, after my Grasshopper, my 6-gear RC10. Once the bushings wore out, that thing was clapped. And I got an RC10T. That thing was awesome. Ran well, sold it for, and got the double XT, etc. But I am going to bring an RC10T to the channel because I do want one. And I ordered some parts off A-Main. So already got shock towers and everything coming for it, as well as the team shocks. I had a spare 1.02 set. I'm going to order a 1.32 set. I think I even have springs for it. So I am going to do an RC10T build. It's up to you guys if you want to see a stadium truck shootout or you want to see the Astute in the RC10T. I like the idea of the stadium truck shootout. I mean, that's what we've done with our 2-wheel drives, right? It might be cool to see that with the trucks because I said the RC10T's out there. I think it's got a little bit of a bad rap. Some guys complained about the instructions. I've assembled 2 of them, and I don't even know if I looked at the instructions, but I didn't have any issue with the instructions. And I did order RPM ball cups already. I think I ordered JC turnbuckles. I ordered JC front and rear shock towers. I got the team shocks. I got some other stuff too. I can't remember. But I'm going to pick up an RC10T. So, making a short video for the midweek update because I don't have anything else. But it's up to you, my viewers. Like I said, there was kind of a lot of... I know some people have asked about an RC10T for a long time and doing that build. And in our weekend update, it was kind of split between like super astute, and then there was some other stuff in there that doesn't really make sense for our channel. But the astute does. And if fans making parts, there's a chance to make that competitive against what we have here. And then, like I said, it's been in the comments on a number of videos about doing some stadium truck stuff. And one of the comments in the weekend was literally do a stadium truck shootout, do RC10T versus double XT. And that got me thinking maybe that's what people want to see is we've done the 2-wheel drives. There's nothing really new, you know. Associated released their graphite today. They're milking it for all it's worth. Right now, Go Fast Hobbies has a deal. I think the fan graphite, and I'm probably going to buy another one, is $380. And I want to say it does come with rims now. That's an outstanding deal. And that car, for basically $100 cheaper, $80, I think it's $460 for the graphite. What I was seeing is a far better car. You know, the graphite, the only reason to buy it is to build it and put it on the shelf. And that's about it. Yeah, I think it does come with bearings, but it comes with the 6 gear. It comes with gold shocks, not team shocks. That's really, again, that's like the Jammin' or the 40th anniversary RC10. It's just for nostalgia. There's no intention to race that thing. And even the team car wasn't. The only one, I didn't buy the team car. I'm not going to buy the graphite either. I did get the Kinwald because that car, Associated actually was like, we'll make a race car. Has team shocks, V2 upper, slipper shaft, all that stuff. So that car might actually be competitive right out of the box. And I already got ball cups for that too. So that's coming the end of the month, I think. But like I said, in the meantime, I got to do something. So I'm gonna pick up something. So let me know in the comments below. 1, super astute. That's all there is to it. Super astute. Put the same electronics in it that we have in all these. Our Hobby Wing ESC, our Surpass Rocket 21.5, Protect Servo. See what we can do with that, which might be interesting because I've told people at the track that I would keep going back in time until I am dead last, and I haven't been close to dead last yet. So maybe I might have to dust off the grasshopper at this point. Or do we say, hey, we've got a lot of 2-wheel drive content. It's all out there. Do we switch to doing the same thing over the next month with stadium trucks? Like I said, I already got parts for an RC10T. I'm already going to do that. But I have been looking around, and I think I have a pretty good idea on how to put a double XT together. So that might be interesting. And, we have a 2-wheel drive, obviously our double X buggy, that does share some parts. So some parts sharing there might not be a bad deal either on that eye. And so, let me know what you think below. So 2 options, like I said, super astute, stadium truck shootout. Which one do you want to see? Like, comment, subscribe down below. And we'll figure it out by the weekend.